This is a hunt with the sweepstakes winner, Stephen Rilling from Idaho. Steve won this hunt through the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. I don't have a tag on these hunts that we do with sweepstakes winners. We're here to help Steve in any way possible. We let him determine the course of the hunt, do most of the planning, and when he asks, well, we'll give him our input along the way. When Steve won this hunt, he applied for some limited entry tags across the West, hoping that we could maybe do one of those special hunts. Yet after 2 years of not drawing, he called me last summer and he asked if I'd be open to the idea of doing a general hunt in his home state of Idaho. Sounds great to me, Steve. When you want to go?
My name is Stephen Rilling, and I ended up in Idaho, moved there in 1992. I was F-16 mechanic, crew chief, and ended up at Mountain Home Air Force Base. Growing up, my dad and brothers and family spent a lot of time hunting, fishing, trapping in the state of Vermont.
Remind me to tell you the Sioux story. He just about did me in one night.
Oh, really?
With a half or a part of an elk on his back. But Sioux wouldn't come across this kind of low chunk. Turned the bow, I'm like, what do I do with this guy? And just as I said that, Sioux decided to jump.
Oh, no.
And he jumped right on top of me.
So you all have a little history.
Yeah, and we've done a couple more since then, haven't we, Sioux? And you've been on your best behavior.
That's Wolfgar. I've always enjoyed Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation and everything they do. Once I came to the West through the military, elk have always been my favorite animal to see. You know, being from back east, you know, it seemed like every tree had a no trespassing sign, and either had to know someone or have your own property. So then moved to Idaho with the public lands. For someone who enjoyed seeing what was the next ridge over, I mean, you couldn't beat that. Such an important part of our history in the U.S. and I think, and you know, for people today and hopefully for people in the future.
Steve picked the unit, and over the summer, he and I worked on an e-scouting plan that would give us our best chance to find a bull and get away from what we know is going to be some pretty intense hunting pressure. And given the number of hunters here, I suggested to Steve that we should rent some llamas from my buddy Bo Beatty. And that's what we did. Pretty tough looking in here. I mean, it looks like great elk country, but not a lot of sign. Found one water source way down over there on our way in. I better hope we got water over here.
Get yours.
Hopefully it's warm enough.
Wow. Trying to make more trips there. All right, Marcus.
I did, yeah.
Except for me over there, probably snoring. I think we're gonna go kind of that way.
because all the pressure should be coming from that way. And there's some water holes and some springs we want to check and see. And do a morning loop there. Then maybe this afternoon we'll climb up on one of these ridges and use it as a glassing area to see what might be there for tomorrow morning. Does that sound like a plan, Steve?
Well, sounds good to me.
All right. I'd say this one's dry, yeah.
For a while.
We're striking out. We're 2 for 2 on dry spring. Got about 4 or 5 more on my map. I guess we'll go look at.
I'm surprised I didn't hear them running around our tent last night, actually.
Yeah. I would bet that spring down below our camp. I'm sure there's places where they're getting water down there. On the map, there's a great big water hole down here. And the closer we get, the more elk tracks we see. Imagine that in a dry year like this. Not good.
Nope.
Elk tracks walking all over here. You know, when I saw this big water hole on the satellite imagery, I went and slid the imagery date back to 2019 and 2020 because they were dry years, kind of like this is. And even in those dry years, this still had water. So it must have been a lot drier here the last few months than what I expected. I've been in here. That poop is from probably yesterday. I don't know where they're getting a drink. Probably gonna sneak down here 100 yards. It drops really, really steep. I'm just gonna walk down in there and see if there's water where these two little funnels might come together well enough. Well, we tried to see if there was any water in this spring down here, but there isn't. And while we're sitting here, these two guys, Marcus and Steve, hear a bugle down there. I'm like, yeah. And they said, oh, it sounded like a hunter. And since then, we've heard some more bugles and something more like elk.
What do you think? Real or fake? I'm starting to go more for the real.
What do you think, real or fake?
Real. I'm starting to go for the real also.
We're just going to mark it and we're going to boogie out of here. Because season starts tomorrow morning. And if they want to hang out there and make this kind of noise tomorrow, boy, that'd be pretty nice of them to advertise to us. Mission accomplished. We eliminated this as a dry hole. We walked by 2 other springs that supposedly had water. They were dry. And in the process, we find a bugling bull. What more could you ask for in a morning? Maybe blueberry pancakes with a side of bacon and cheese Danish or something.
But a good morning. No complaints.
Well, this is encouraging. We found a spring we didn't think we'd have. They don't have any water over where we thought we heard those out, but who knows? Maybe there's one of these over there. That explains why those mule deer were right there. Little pocket here. That one's even on top of the leaves. Still wet. There was an elk here pretty recently, I think, Steve.
That's what the signs look like.
Between the poop, the fresh tracks, and the water.
Mud that wasn't dried.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this would be a good spot. That's why you come a day early. Go check every water hole, every source, every glassing knob, just to see what might be helpful come tomorrow. One box of pasta for 3 guys. Dish dinnerware. Take your pasta spoon and you scoop some up and you ladle it in there generously if you brought as much sauce as I did. And then you try it. Well, season starts tomorrow. Came in yesterday, scouted this morning, scouting this evening, and pretty much what you'd expect for an over-the-counter post-rut hunt. Post-rut is starting right about now. It's where the older bulls are going to leave the cows and just go into solo mode and just into these really crappy spots, which is why we have llamas. We're way back in here, and if we shoot one, it's going to be quite the work to get it out.
Is this where they're all at?
If they are, my map doesn't say so. My map says don't shoot an elk down in that hole, is what my map says, because the contour lines are so close together, it looks like one line.
What do you think? Is this the spot? Should we sit here in the morning? I think so. You definitely have a little better view here than over there, huh? I love it. Just getting out in this stuff, on this country, is worthwhile enough. Randy and I were hanging out here, and we're hoping to hear that bull that we heard this morning, that had decided that it was real and not someone. And at least twice off in the distance, I thought I heard it, and come to find out that Marcus had heard it 4 times. So we know there's one not too far, coming right from this, pretty much the same spot. So So maybe we'll run into him tomorrow.
You look tired.
What's that?
You look tired.
I'm tired.
Didn't get a good nap today.
I think, yeah, everyone else got a good midday nap but me. Ready for tomorrow, Steve?
I think so. I probably won't sleep too great tonight, but I will give it a shot.
Hopefully, he's down there announcing to the world that he wants to be a video star. Well, let's throw back to camp, huh? Get our stuff
Get stuff ready to
reorganized and ready.
go. Yep.
Good. How you feeling this morning?
No, not doing too bad. A little sore, but that's to be expected. But won't be long. We'll get loosened up here really good, and we'll get out there and get at it.
We're going to get out to our little spot here before someone comes in and sets up camp there. There's either a bull bugling down here or there's a hunter. We're going to go find out. We got to get down on his level though. Right now he's out this way and we got a thermal coming down this way. So we're going to try to keep the thermal as a crosswind.
Right next to the left, Oh, I had mill there, never mind.
Go right out there.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see the bodies up.
It's a cow and a calf right now.
Awesome.
So noisy, we're never going to close the distance going through this stuff. Since he's here and we got that thermal, we go down here and get on that flat. I don't know which direction they're going to go.
Yeah.
But if we don't hear anything else, we might just cow call once it gets a little later and see if he comes in. Because there's no way we're going to close the distance on him. I don't know, that's crazy. You see him? Oh, I see him. You see him? Those calves keep looking over there. Want me to call? See if I can get him to poke out. Want me to call? See if I can get him to poke out. ledge. Go. He might think we're moving away and he might come closer. If you would have told me that bull wasn't coming in to at least look, I would have lost my bet.
Well, we thought he was. We heard the crash and it ended up being deer.
Yeah. Those 5 deer went, as quick as I left. When Marcus first called that bull couldn't have been 300 yards away.
I tipped right up there.
I would swear that down below behind that tree, I saw some tines stick out at one time. But when they moved off, I never saw a bull. So the question is, what we want to do, if we want to go and try to listen for this guy, if he's still down there, or if we want to go sit up at that big spring you found yesterday.
My only question would be the wind, but at least till the wind switches, you think, or down there until it switches. Or...
Yeah, if the wind switches here in the next hour, he'd be down below.
Oh, that's true. That's because we're not worried about that one now.
Or we go set that spring up there. Sit uphill from that where we can see a little bit.
That is a good question. Well, I think let's go listen for that one down below. While we're here, so we might as well. Yeah. About the time he was doing it yesterday, I think. Or when we first heard him.
Or if we aren't hearing anything down here. The thermal's just starting to switch. You want to go sit that spring for the heat of the day?
Yeah, we'll get up top and
I'll let you and Marcus slowly lead the way up the hill in case we see something. There's that other little spring right here.
oh yeah, that was that green spot.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. Somewhere in here where you'd have shooting lanes that way, and that way.
Yeah.
Got the wind coming up to it.
Nice shady spot.
Guess we'll see.
Yeah, that's all you can do with it.
Marcus said, I smell something. 100 yards down there. I hope. Guess we'll see. He bugled twice. And then, like, we can hear him walking up there. Let's go kill him. I think he's gonna come. I was thinking if I dropped right over there, maybe he'd think I was moving and he'd come that way. But do whatever you guys think. See, before we come out here, because you can't see any of that from over there.
Looking more for him to come across there.
Twice, a bull has responded right up the hill here. I was up there further, I could hear him walking through the trees, maybe 100 yards from me. So I dropped down below Marcus and Steve. I think that bull is afraid to come in because he's got a downhill thermal and he'd be coming in with the wind at his back. I thought I heard him bugle one more time up there, but Marcus and Steve are up there. If that thing was bugling, they would have had a lock on him. I don't know. It's just, we got like 10 minutes left. That bull seems further up the hill than he was when I had him respond over here. Tomorrow.
Sorry, I was hoping he'd come. Oh, that was a hell of a good plan. There's nothing wrong with that. He just didn't cooperate.
I don't know where he went.
That squirrel.
He wasn't that far away. I wonder if it's the same one as this. Because this morning we heard the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not too far away. I heard it twice. It wasn't like a big raspy bugle. It was just like, "Ew."
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, that's why it sounded real faint and quiet. That's why it kind of fooled us, like, weren't sure.
Yeah, the downside about not speaking the same language is I don't know what I said to get him to talk those 2 times.
Yeah.
I tried to replicate it. I tried everything in my very limited vocabulary.
No, it sounded good. Looked really good. All right.
We didn't get them, but we saw some
Oh, we saw some. We
Heard
came
some.
close. Yep.
tomorrow. Folks better, the audience might want to hang around for tomorrow. Tomorrow could be the day.
Well, you never know.
Because the next day it's supposed to snow.
Yeah, we don't want to do that, so. If we have to, we will, but
Yeah.
we'd rather do it tomorrow.
We didn't bump into any other hunters. We heard a lot of shooting, but didn't bump into any.
Seemed like we had that spot all to ourselves today.
Yeah. Well,
Might be why there's some elk in there.
might be. Hopefully they're more cooperative tomorrow.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, folks. We just ate a whole bunch of whatever Marcus
It was
cooked. there. That
turkey, shepherd's pie.
Yeah, shepherd's pie with wild turkey in it. Not like wild turkey liquor, but wild turkey legs. And oh man, it was so good.
Am I the taste tester here?
Sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's edible.
I know I'm gonna want another scoop.
All right.
We're all sitting here holding our bellies because we ate so much. He made enough for 8 people. There's 3 of us. Tomorrow. Hang around. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.